Alright, hello guys. So we're back with another review for today. I have Strange Darling review. I just came back from watching this a few hours ago. It had a very limited release, so if you guys haven't heard about the movie or anything, that's probably why. Just straight off the bat, movie was phenomenal. 9 out of 10. Really good. It was a thriller film, psychological thriller about a serial killer. The movie did a complete 180 halfway through because of some of the elements they're using in directing style and shooting style and to convey a certain viewpoint to the viewer. It was phenomenal though. I wasn't expecting the switch up. It was a full 180 like I said. I wasn't expecting the climax. I wasn't expecting the word's not coming to me, but I wasn't expecting the result of the film. And it was good. So this film was directed by J.T. Molnar. I haven't seen him in anything. He's a very low-key artist. This film was an indie film, and I completely love indie films, and I just had to go watch this when it came out and when it was available near me. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. J.T. Molnar for the director, and it stars Willa Fitzgerald. She is the main lead in this film. If you don't know that name, she is from the Scream movie series. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I love the series, even though it was very raunchy and very it wasn't the best, but it's a Scream series, so it wasn't supposed to be, too good or anything like that. So the length of this film, oh, before I talk about length, I actually wanted to talk about the filming style and cinematography, even though I usually save that for later. But this film was completely shot on 35mm camera, and you really notice that in the long takes, the long scenes. And I think that's what I really love about these more old school type of filming directors instead of a digital movie director. A film directorial way leads you into making longer scenes because you don't want to reprint a shot that you're taking because it costs money. So I really like how the actors had to nail the scene in a few takes or even in one take, and there were very long sequences of scenes, and it was beautiful. The film looked amazing. I didn't watch it on a 35mm projector because we don't have that at the Cineplex that I have, but the digital version still looked amazing. It still looked grainy, and I just love the feel of that film type of scenery, the way it looks, the way it feels inside. And yeah, it was just beautiful to look at. This film is about 96 minutes long. It's not too long at all. It's a pretty good length for a thriller film, and I think they used the time up very wisely. Nothing was strung out throughout various scenes. Nothing felt like it was being dragged on. It was just awesome. It is a fictional movie. At the beginning, the director mentioned that it was based on an event, blah 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 blah. But the event that they were talking about happened in the film's universe. I did a lot of research afterhand, and the story isn't anything from a real life story, maybe a bunch of serial killer stories combined, but overall it's not based on a true story. But even so, it was amazing. It was brilliantly written and brilliantly acted. The sound, it was awesome. The way the director captured small sound effects here and there, the way the background was being captured of a scene, like if they're in a forest, the background of the bugs and whatnot. There was this one scene where they're sitting in front of a neon light, and all you hear is the neon light sound. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but the little hum or the little buzz of the neon signs, and it just felt really good in the heart. It felt like you were in the scene with the characters, and it really immerses you into the film rather than having upbeat sound score like an upbeat song or some music. It was just really natural and felt very flowy. The lighting I really liked in this film as well. There were a lot of subjective shooting, and I really liked how I only noticed this towards the end when we were getting sort of this happier side to one of the characters. The light that was shining on them was blue, and it was very bright. Then when they turned sort of evil, they made their little switch. They were under a red light. And I just felt that very beautifully done and very thought-provoking in how the director chose to shoot these certain type of scenes after or before the character commits or does something. I can't really say what they do or don't do because it's gonna ruin the film for you guys, but overall it was pretty good, and I highly recommend you guys watch it at the cinema. The acting, of course, was really good by the two main leads. There's two of them. Well, the main lead is Willa Fitzgerald, and then there's another supporting actor who does a very good job being this sort of more aggressive type of character in the first half of the film. The way the film was edited, it was within 6 chapters. We got to see chapter 5 first, and then it went to, I think, chapter 1, and then it went to chapter 4, and then it went to chapter 2 or 3. The way they edited that made you feel a certain way about both of the characters, and then once we got to, I think, the climax of the film around chapter 3 or 4, it just completely switches on you and you're like, what the heck just happened? It was something I don't see much in movies, where the portrayal of characters is being heavily objective on the viewer, where it's the director trying to portray a certain viewpoint of the character. And this film was just mind and it was good. I really liked the way they switched up some of the roles that the characters were doing throughout the climax of the film, and I can't talk too much about it without spoiling it, so just go watch it, trust me, you'll like it. If you're a fan of these type of more horror thriller type of movies, I think you're gonna like it. The gore was done pretty well. This movie wasn't a long film at all. It was, the production was about 4 million. They used 35mm print, so it was very old school type of filming, very old school production, and the effects were very old school. So a lot of the gore effects, a lot of the more bloody type of scenes were very old school type of shooting, and it looked amazing. It looked completely realistic, and honestly, I love that over CGI. I don't appreciate when directors get lazy with their shots and with their artwork. So to see a lot more practical and real life looking gore in this film made it feel a lot more real and immersive. I think that's all I want to talk about. There isn't too much I can say without spoiling the film. I guess just to summarize it, a one night stand turns into a killing spree, and that's all I can say. I'll leave you guys at that. And yeah, go check out the film. It should be out in theaters for about 1 more week, I think. This is the first week it's out. It just came out in theaters last weekend. So yeah, go check it out. Highly recommend it. 9 out of 10 for me. Amazing film. And yeah, peace.